remind you, Saturday night showdown at Bristol with the legends of the sport. 5:30 Eastern on ESPN2. We've got Harry Gant, Charlie Gottsback, Jimmy Hensley, Jack Ingram, Dave Marcus, L.D. Ottinger, who did really well last year. Sterling Marlin won it last year. And, of course, got David Pearson and Cale Yarborough. And we're under a red flag situation. You saw the shot there of Jeff Bird in Victory Lane. We want to send our best to him. He is fighting cancer, and the president and general manager here at Bristol is missed. Let's also talk about the calendar, because NHRA, the 4 wide nationals, that's right, 4 cars at a time, going to be going down the track. Qualifying's next Saturday, 7 Eastern. Finals next Sunday at 5 Eastern on ESPN2. The IndyCar Series, the IZOD IndyCar Series, visits St. Petersburg next Sunday at 3:30 Eastern. Will be on ABC. And then our next stop on the Nationwide Series will be at Nashville in a couple of weeks, 3:30 Eastern on ESPN, April 3rd. So that gets you caught up on the calendar. And right now we're trying to get caught up on the mess that was created down in turns 1 and 2 after a 3-car crash involving first Brian Scott, then also the 16 of Colin Brown and the 66 of Stephen Wallace. And you can see that the oil dry is still being cleaned up. Dave Burns is caught up with Colin Brown.
Yeah, he's just been released from the infield care center. First of all, are you okay? And then what happened?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, it was a bummer for the number 16 Conway Freight Ford Fusion guys. Thought we had a decent car. We were just kind of minding our own business, and I don't know what happened. The 11 got turned around, I guess, and you know, I tried to judge which way he was going to go, and ended up hitting him. And then I just got hit from behind, and that was that. So definitely disappointing day. I feel bad tearing up these guys' race car, but man, it was going to be okay. Yeah,
you were struggling a little bit there at the start with your race car anyway. What was the plan when you first got a chance to pit?
Well, we were going to make a little bit of a wedge adjustment, try to tighten our car up a little bit right in the center of the corner, but man, I thought we were going to have an okay day.
All right, glad you're okay. Colin is out, guys, and that's good news.
All right, thanks for the update, David. As this red flag, you can see, is up to 7.5 minutes with Casey Kane, our race leader currently, followed by Kyle Busch and Greg Biffle. Now, we want to go back a little bit because Kelly Byers, of course, a young driver that we talked about having a great opportunity here to potentially score his first win, but there's a lot of things you got to learn about Bristol. Here's what we mean.
Hard to lose the brake.
Do what?
Do you have any brake duct openings we can open up in the front?
No, sir. We don't use brakes at Bristol. Get your foot off of. Get off the gas early, roll through the center of the corner, get back on the gas, make the straightaway longer. Entirely too much brake if you're losing brakes.
That's definitely Pop Fury. I've heard that before. But, folks, what Tony's trying to do, instead of opening these brake ducts up and letting the air flow through here, he's trying to keep them taped up to keep downforce, the nose of the car planted. But the guys that use the brake ducts, they use fans to accelerate the airflow to come in here to cool the brakes. But I guarantee you, I've heard Darrell Waltrip holler in there before, hey, my brakes are going away. And before I could get a word out of my mouth, the big man, Junior Johnson, get your foot off that brake pedal, boy. And that's what Pops is telling him right now.
All right, from the Craftsman Tech Garage. And Junior Johnson's going to be the pace car driver for tonight's Legend race at 5:30. All right, we're still under this red flag situation, so let's squeeze in another commercial break after this message and a word from your ABC stations.
Some confusion of where the pit road was open.
Over the radio, we were saying that pit road was open, but the signal at the driver's seat was still red.
NASCAR, please help us out. That's twice I've gotten dumped today because of lap cars. Carl Edwards takes the victory. Man, that is awesome.
Well, pit road is not open right now at the Scotts Turf Builder 300 as we have just gotten word that we're going back to yellow flag conditions here on lap 91 of 300 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Stop number 4 on the 2010 NASCAR Nationwide Series Tour. So we were going to try and talk to our in-race reporter, but now that they're back underway, we ought to let them go to pit road and take care of business. Yeah. And we got some takers. Here comes Casey Kane as he leads him down. First stop is going to be on the 12 car of Justin Allgaier. Vince.
Yeah, just tight, dead in the center, and it just keeps getting tighter and tighter. They're going to make a half round on the right side track bar adjustment and a slight air pressure adjustment. 4 tires. Jamie Little.
And Greg Biffle just a bit free in. He's been moving forward. Track bar adjustment down. 4 tires. Fill it up with Sunoco fuel is the call.
Jamie, for Carl Edwards, just a hair snug in the middle of the corner, tight off the corner. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment that Drew Blickensderfer said we made yesterday and helped the car. We think it should help again. Doc?
Casey Kane, likewise, free on entry, tight in the middle. They're going to go down a ½ pound air pressure on both left side tires to give him some side bite so he can be able to go downstairs and use the bottom groove. Likewise, the 18, Kyle Busch down and away. They were going to make an air pressure change. Kyle said he couldn't get the car going on a restart with low air pressure. Also, Kyle cannot run the bottom grooves, and the car is terrible. I have no bite downstairs. They're hoping the air pressure will help that. Guys?
All right, thanks, Doc. I appreciate all the updates. As let's check the race off pit road. As you can see, Kyle picks up 1 spot over Casey Kane, and Brad and Edwards also pick up a spot at the expense of Greg Biffle. So it should be another interesting restart as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here at Bristol.